1972 World Motocross Grand Prix. Suzuki Motor Company has scored 2 victories in the 250cc class, 1970 and 1971. In the 500cc event, the Suzuki team picked up another win last year. This year, Suzuki challenged the world's toughest motocross duo with determination to prove its dominance by securing a 3rd consecutive victory in the 250cc and a 2nd in the 500cc races. The World Motocross Grand Prix has 2 classes of events, the 250cc event and the 500cc event. Often called the Motorcycle Olympic Games, competition is really an international one and moves around the European continents, covering 12 nations, both in the West and in the communist bloc countries. A total of 12 races are fought on circuits that vary in conditions. One race consists of 2 heats. One heat lasts for 40 minutes with 2 additional rounds. Only the best performing machines and the most skilled riders can score the victory. The championship titles of this tough race are the center of attention of motorcycle fans throughout the world. Suzuki this year entered its new RH-72, the latest version of its renowned 250cc motocross machine, the mechanical jewel of its long-standing motorcycle manufacturing experience. The RH machine has proved its superior performance by capturing 2 consecutive championship titles in the last 2 Grand Prix. Other contesting machines include Swedish Husqvarna, Czechoslovakian CZ, and Maiko from West Germany. Japanese competitors Yamaha and Kawasaki are also present. Joël Robel, Suzuki's champion rider of the 250cc class. Joël has been champion of this class for 4 years now, since 1968. Sylvain Gabords. His flawless riding technique attracts many enthusiastic personal fans, and he is ranked high as a strong competitor to Joël Robel. As previously expected, Suzuki made a perfect start and has roared through France, the Netherlands, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, West Germany, Poland, and the USSR with victories. Its starting race in the Spanish GP with a victory laurel, Suzuki kept on winning, causing ripples of stunned admiration to expand across the continent. And at the 8th leg, fought on Russian soil, Suzuki's title as the 1972 World Motocross Grand Prix Manufacturers Champion was already established. In the Russian GP gave Robel his 5th consecutive title in the 250cc championship and Suzuki its 3rd consecutive manufacturer's championship title. The 500cc race, on the other hand, began April 23rd with the Austrian GP. Suzuki, whose maiden performance last year provided her with the first championship title in this class, again challenges the world title with a single RN72 machine, manned by DeCoster. DeCoster and the RN machine won 4 races out of 7, including the first Austrian GP and other national GPs, those in Sweden, the USSR, and England, before entering West Germany. Mechanics busying themselves adjusting their machines include the West German Maiko, a local strong boy with a big anticipation for the championship. Riders relaxing during a pre-race interlude. It's also time to warm up old friendships. The 8th leg of the 500cc event, the West German GP, was held in a small village of Bayern, near Frankfurt, with a crowd of 30,000 spectators. DeCoster of Suzuki, Nicola of Husqvarna, Weil and Johnson of Maiko, Friedrich of CZ, all vying for the individuals championship title. DeCoster heads for the starting line for the second heat. He won the first heat, leaving the second place winner, Friedrich, some 26 seconds behind. DeCoster jumps to the top. The RN machine handles superbly. Johnson and Friedrich in a heated pursuit. DeCoster speeds along the many ups and downs of the circuit in a flawless, constant pace. Races along the dirt track with unbendable determination. Maiko, CZ, Husqvarna, all in a desperate drive to catch up. DeCoster leads, way ahead of the pack, ever widening the gap. It's almost a solo stunt. Now he breezes past the trail of the long stretch pack. DeCoster comes in first. Of the 36 entrants, only 17 made it to the finish line. The victory in this West German GP made Suzuki's chance for the 500cc title a near certainty. The East German Grand Prix was held July 23rd in the town of Fulda, well known for its farm products and textile mills. Under the tense atmosphere before the race, officials inspect the machines. Against the overwhelming superiority and force of Czechs, who entered 21 CZs, Husqvarna enters 6, with Maiko and Yamaha entering 3 each, and singular entries from Suzuki, Baltaco, and Yawa making up the rest. With the big stake almost at arm's reach, the Suzuki team spends hours in briefing sessions. And DeCoster takes a final look at the course. CC's Friedrichs seems full of confidence for this race. The race began. 40,000 enthusiastic fans from all over Europe packed the circuit to see the race, which may very likely be a fight between the Suzuki team, which seeks to secure the world title with this race, and the Husqvarna team, which is determined to block the Suzuki drive. First heat. DeCoster, wearing number 7, pushes to the top, followed by number 21, Weil, and number 1, Friedrichs. The Apolda circuit has a hard-packed dirt track spattered with tiny pebbles and has 11 jumping positions. The whole layout calls for a highly skilled riding technique. Skillfully maneuvers the difficult course, dotted with sharp turns and short stretches, and blasts away smoothly. Take a look at the world's best riders in action. Now Friedrichs overtakes Weil and closes in on DeCoster. DeCoster running like the devil. And Friedrichs tries desperately to close the gap. Now the race is just between the two determined riders. Riders utilize well-coordinated work of their arms, hips, and legs to manage these corners without killing the speed. DeCoster, who has mastered this difficult circuit with his stable riding technique, finally succeeds in shaking off Friedrichs' tenacious pursuit and races across the finish line. The second heat is over. DeCoster failed in his start, and despite his outstanding catch-up drive, ended up in 3rd place, making the overall position of Suzuki in the East German GP second. Despite Husqvarna's blocking effort, however, the 1972 world title in the 500cc event was, at this early stage, in the hands of Suzuki. For the 10th competition, the Grand Prix race moves to a quiet Belgian town of Namur, about 100 kilometers from Brussels. Suzuki's Robert, Gabors, and DeCoster are all Belgian citizens. People can feel the depth of history of this country through the quiet towns and villages and ancient buildings. Tourists from all over the world are seen everywhere. The motocross circuit is built within a park area, which is called today Citadel, where once stood a castle. Riders arrive in groups. The track starts with a stretch that runs in front of the castle ruins, which is turned into the main spectator stand, and enters into bends through the park area before cascading into a series of sharp climbs and sudden drops in the forest area. Riders enjoy a precious lull before the race begins. A fan presents a photograph to DeCoster as a souvenir. Joël Robert, the 250cc champion comes to see his buddy. Army soldiers and hospital nurses offer help in organizing the race. Starting grids are being set up. Suzuki mechanics working on DeCoster's machine. DeCoster has already obtained the world title. Nevertheless, he shows an active fighting spirit to answer the thwart expressed by many fans and concentrates even more carefully in reconditioning the RN machine. Sweden, Finland, USA, East Germany, England, and West Germany. 20 of the world's top riders and machines are participating in this race. Opening ceremonies get underway as 35,000 spectators watch. A small gift from the Belgian race organizers is presented to the new champion, DeCoster. A large number of media representatives are seen covering the event. Number 57 shoots out first, and DeCoster follows closely with the rest in a tight pack. Making a round of the course before the stand, they disappear into the forest. Making the round, DeCoster overtook Johnson to get into the top. The course in the forest is extremely narrow and has quite a few sharp turns, making it even more difficult for riders to overtake one another. DeCoster uses the course layout strategically and stays on top. The Michaud group, led by Weil and Johnson, make a heated pursuit. But DeCoster noses forward, stretching the gap inch by inch. Heat between DeCoster and Johnson persists. Man and machine working together, a picture of perfection. DeCoster made it, showing a sign of reserve by stealing the glance on the pursuers. Johnson finishes second and Weil third. Friedrichs came in sixth. The Local fans surround the champion, who showed an overwhelming power in the first heat. The second heat gets underway. DeCoster, who made a good start, jumps to the top on his way to a perfect victory in the Belgian GP. Johnson stays in second position and lags behind. A Michael machine develops engine trouble. DeCoster picks up speed and pushes his machine further forward. Johnson desperately holds on. And DeCoster closes in on the tail of the pack. DeCoster runs almost in solo, leaving Johnson far behind. Now DeCoster finishes. Then Johnson. DeCoster won the 10th race in his mother country, Belgium, by dominating both the first and the second heats in answer to the frantic support from the local fans. Fighting single-handedly, DeCoster protected his championship title, and Suzuki's RH and RN machines were thus honored with the twin titles again, the 250cc and 500cc World Motocross Grand Prix Manufacturers Championship. Suzuki's record, the 250cc championship 3 years in a row, is a first in motocross history, and the title in the 500cc event for 2 consecutive years is also an achievement with an equal significance.